Hello again, Susanna here, your spiritual guidance counselor and angel intuitive, with your little spiritual PSA of the day. Because I think this is a big one. This is more of a public service announcement besides just a question. But I get this question answered a lot, or asked a lot, and answered a lot, and it's about insecurities or self-love, I guess, but it's how do I bring in more love? How do I see myself the way others see me? Okay, again, I get these questions in different forms. So this one a lot of times is, I don't see myself the way others say they see me. People compliment me, I don't see it. And again, personal experience, and I had issues for a long time as well, because I just didn't see myself the way others did. And funny story, I actually started videotaping myself because it was like taking myself out of myself and putting myself over here and looking at me from a different angle. And I started seeing things a little bit differently and started appreciating myself a little bit more in certain aspects. So in the intuitive aspect, the spiritual aspect is, how do we see ourselves the way others see us? If we don't, and again, this took a long time for myself, but it's stepping outside of, and if we can't get to that phase, it's the answer that is always given to me, that my crew always gives, for me to share with my clients when they ask these questions in different forms, is see yourself the way God sees you. When I asked my crew, they said, just imagine how we see you. Look at yourself through our eyes. And again, maybe I'm a little bit different that I'm able to do that, but you are as well. So see yourself the way God sees you, or source, whatever you choose to call it. God doesn't create mistakes. God only creates perfection. Source creates perfection and creation. So, people say, oh, nobody's perfect, but we're all perfect. We're our perfect selves. I'm a perfect me, you're a perfect you. My Lou's perfect Lou. And that's another great one. They chime in, and I love this too. There's several memes out there. Oh, I wish I could, see me the way my dog does, or love me as much as my dog does, that kind of thing. Well, visualize that, imagine that. Go into, how does your dog see you? Look into their eyes when they're looking at you, and you feel that sensation. You feel that unconditional love that comes from them. It's the same that comes from Source. And there's no mistake that, dogs are called dogs, just saying. So, look into their eyes and see that and feel that sensation, and then visualize going in and looking out of their eyes and see yourself that way. And if you're having a hard time dealing with the physical and the visual, go with the feelings, because it's the feelings that change everything first. As soon as we feel it, we're there. Because we can imagine, we can visualize, we can wish and dream for things, and we can look at pictures of what we want. We can look at our vision board and see the lifestyle, the house, the person, the partner, whatever that we want. But until we truly feel it and feel ourselves in that moment and in that space, we're not going to get there. Then people will ask, well, if I've never had that feeling, if I've never loved myself, if I've never been loved, if I've never had a healthy relationship, whatever, how can I get myself in that feeling space to bring it in? We know what we want. We know how we want it to feel. We've felt enough and experienced enough in life that we can do that, So I love how they keep expanding. We come in for one question, and it expands. And those of you that have had a session with me know that that's how this works. So it's what needs to be out there. So, looking at yourself, you've seen beauty in the world. You've seen beautiful people, or what you consider beautiful. So turn that around on yourself. Look in the mirror. Look at yourself. Zoom in. If you don't like the whole picture, zoom in on one area that you do like. And if you don't like that, zoom into another one and you stare at it until you do like it, till you love it. And love yourself. Because again, they keep repeating this. God doesn't make mistakes. God only creates perfection and beauty and love. And as soon as you find that in yourself and you see and appreciate and love yourself, others will as well. You know, when you see yourself the way that those who love you see you, you know, don't worry about the people who don't like you or that have issues or whatever. You know, that's their vision of themselves. That's them looking in a mirror. It has nothing to do with you when someone says horrible things to you, especially in regards to appearance. That's on them. You know, go with those that love you and that you know love you and you feel that, and see yourself through their eyes. And again, see yourself through God's eyes. Take yourself up, visualize looking down and seeing this perfect creation. It starts there. It starts with ourselves. And then it branches out, because we can't truly love someone else until we love ourselves. You know, a lot of people have a hard time with that. They're like, oh no, I can love someone, I can take care of someone else, but I don't know how to take care of me, or I don't deserve that. Well, if you're not loving you, then you can't fully love someone else. Because then that comes back to well, why is anyone going to love me? Well, because you're a loving being. If you're putting out that love, then put it out to yourself as well, and connect. Because when you stand firm in your own, when you know that you are deserving and you appreciate what's here, and again, it has nothing to do with being conceited or narcissistic. I mean, it's totally the opposite. It's that deep knowing and God source connection of love that you feel for yourself because of where you came from, and radiating that out and appreciating what's there and making the most of it. And the more you feel that inside, the more it's going to radiate on the outside, and the more you're going to bring in, and the more you're going to see. When you see beauty in yourself, you'll see more beauty in the world. You'll see more beauty in others that you may not have noticed before, or maybe it wasn't there before, but you bring it to the surface in others as well. So remember that. Put yourself out there. Put yourself in here, or put yourself out there and look over here, and see yourself from a different angle, a different view. And when you see how you truly are, and you see your beauty, you can start sharing that with the world and start teaching others how to see their beauty as well. So focus on that beautiful self. Take care.